that saw it, she couldn't. You know what I mean?
So, that's crazy. Crazy Florida stories to continue to kind of make you, maybe, it's a Florida thing, by the way. The lady in white, I don't know if it's a Florida thing, but I know it's a Florida thing for me. I saw something similar too when I went to St. Augustine, and I heard it for the first time about the lady in white, about the lady that was murdered. It could have been anybody, right? It's a rich lady that was murdered, which happened all over because of infidelity. And her husband killed her. And that was a scream. It's always followed by the same thing. It's a story. In every major city in Florida that has any history, you know, because, you know, Florida is probably one of the oldest colonies on this side of the world.
Yeah, I mean, St. Augustine is the oldest city in Florida or in the U.S.?
The U.S.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
So, the lady in white, it's a story that I've heard over and over again come from Floridians. Everybody's seen it and all that. So,
I mean, you have never ever talked about this.
No. And I've heard about that before. And I think if you live in Florida, you know about it as far as you've heard it at least once or twice. Especially if you've been to St. Augustine. And you've taken any tour or talked to any of the locals. They go, yeah, that bitch walks right over there every night. But I've seen it in Florida. Not the way you've described it, but I've seen it, you know, driving at night. You know, white woman in white figure, you know, white clothing. And I don't know if it's real or not, but I'll tell you this, man. There's some crazy ass shit happening in Florida, and there's a reason they call it. There's crazy ass stories coming out of there.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, what's next, man? Before I'm officially creeped out.
No, right now, man. I mean, we did have a Florida story, a Florida man story recently, and I tagged you in it on Facebook. So here's the deal, people. I'm glad this happened, and forgive me, God, for saying that I'm glad that somebody had died. But this guy is sick, bro. He goes into Busch Gardens. He kills flamingos, a baby one.
Why?
I think.
I mean, do they taste good? I don't know.
I mean, obviously he didn't eat it. He's in freaking Busch Gardens. Like he just went in there, jumped over the deal, killed some flamingos, and crossing the street in Tampa, he gets run over by a pickup truck and dies.
Look, man. Since it's episode 13, I will go into this as kind of the topic that's been today. I believe because of slavery, because of the influences from Haiti and Jamaica and the Caribbean, there's just some crazy ass shit in the Florida dirt, bro.
I think so, man.
And I love Florida, but
I have too many stories. I'm telling you, we should make a full episode about craziness,
bro. It's just like, don't get me wrong, Florida. I will always love la cosa que like that we're there where we're from.
It's home, bro.
But at the same time, there is a stinking reason I won't go back, and the people that stay are cray cray. Legitimately should be checked by a doctor. Seriously.
You need to know God living in Florida.
Word.
I promise you.
Word. You need to know God. And even if you know God and you go to a Pentecostal church, even you might go, bro. Side note. Talk about crazy Florida stories.
Which is why I've seen a lot of crazy things.
Bro.
That's part of the reason.
I dated a girl in high school. I don't know if it was the devil inside of her or her hormones.
I dated two in high school. Shoot, man, they were nuts, bro.
Que Dios la bendiga, because esta cabrona, we'd be on the phone. There'd be people talking, and she'd know the name of the people talking on the phone that were like spiritual beings, bro. She was like, well, I have an imaginary friend. At 17, 18 years old, bro. I took her to church one day because I was dating her, and I'm like, I'm 17. She got a fat ass. I didn't give a shit. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. Pretty girls are crazy. Like, it's normal, right? Bro, I'm praying with the pastor. And as I'm praying with the pastor, this bitch goes,
nah.
Yes, and I made the hand gesture that as I was praying, she grabbed my Johnson. She grabbed my Johnson.
In church while you were praying.
While I was praying.
Wow.
Bro, hands up, full alabando mode.
Wow.
And I look over, and I've never seen an evil look until I seen this woman.
Nah.
Bro, straight evil.
Nah.
I'm not going to say her name because I think she follows me on Instagram. Evil, bro.
She heard the story. She know who she is. Trust me. That's crazy, bro.
Bro, like.
Did you punt her ASAP?
I mean,
punt.
Two things went through my mind. Was, first of all, God, is this from you?
as a human, right. And
the second part was like, this can't be from you because we're at church. But like, bro, like, it's weird. And I say this, she could have been just all messed up. I think, honestly, she was messed up in the head. But there's a part of me that goes, there was something over her life
Who
that...
does that, you know? Come on.
She did. And she had a fat ass, too. I mean, I'm telling you, never trust... Look, man. Two things I'm telling my sons.
Being comfortable again.
No. Listen, it's not about making you comfortable. It's the truth. I'm going to tell this to my sons. Never trust a pretty face and a fat butt. That's just good advice for any kid growing up, bro.
Okay. Yeah, bro.
I mean, dude, it's... Pero la mirada que esa muchacha me dio, bro.
It's freaky. Scary.
Scary.
Nasty.
Not like sexually, like,
right.
oh, no, it was like...
It turned off.
Like, I'm like, oh my God.
Mommy.
And then but she wasn't just like cupping it.
I don't want to...
No, listen, because...
Murph.
Listen, I'm doing this before for the comedy nature, but at the same time, I'm being honestly. It was one of those things where it's like so uncomfortable. Que I told the pastor, I'm like, bro, what am I supposed to do? He was like, just pray for her. I'm like, while she's grabbing my junk, homie.
Nah.
Legit, like I told the pastor after she got picked up by her parent or whatever. And I told the pastor, I was like, what do we do? Like the teenager in me wants to be like, let's go to the back. But like the Christian in me is like, what the fuck is just happening? We're at church.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know, man. Florida has some chill.
I agree.
Anyway, we got one more big segment. We went over Florida man story, crazy shit.
Let's go over the who took biggest L and who got the dub this week.
I think this is a unanimous decision. We talked about this before. Unanimous decision on this one.
On the L or the dub?
On the L.
Paulie Maggiani.
Paulie Malignaggi. Okay.
How do you say his name?
Malignaggi.
What did I say?
Maggiani, like Maggianos, bro. You might as well just say Maggianos because you're talking.
It's freaking Italian. It's the same thing,
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I think.
Sorry, I'm trying to.
Malignaggi. Anyway,
okay.
I just think that I get it was something for him to do, and I get he was getting paid. Pero
First of all, he won the fight. Okay.
In your eyes, obviously he didn't, but record books won't say that.
Do you believe that he won the fight?
I think he went into the fight thinking it was a 12-round fight instead of coming out with flames.
I got you. Okay.
So
He beat the guy with one hand is the way I see it.
Oh, for sure. I mean, there were moments in the fight where friggin' Artem was swinging and
and then a jab to follow.
Matrix,
right
and then he would do this big old thing, and he'd just go beep, and then all of a sudden, and then round 3, you could tell he was hurt, and then that's when he started getting bullied and
started running a little bit.
Yeah, biggest L. But I think the reason for the biggest L isn't because he took the fight. It's because of all the stuff that happened before and all the drama with McGregor. I personally just think it makes him look bad. And it makes him look bad because all of a sudden that footage, like we talked about earlier, all of a sudden became a little more possible.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it happened. I'm not saying it didn't. I'm just saying it just makes Paulie look bad. And I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden he gets his schedule cut back with Showtime.
That got nothing to do, bro. I hope not. He's a great commentator.
For sure. I mean,
analyst
for sure. I mean, he got to fix his hand first. Thank God he doesn't need to fight to do that commentary.
So he definitely took the L.
Yeah.
Who do you think took the dub?
I think so far the biggest winners of the week and probably of the month, U.S. women's soccer team. They are showing why America is so stinking great.
At least in the women's soccer.
Hell yeah.
Because the men's soccer is kind of
bro, because I believe that we will win. I believe that we... I mean, they are murking.
You know what?
Everybody.
We're going to call this a unanimous decision as well on the dub because they're undefeated. I mean, they scored 13 total goals against Thailand on the very first game. They scored...
I love what they're doing. They're being flamboyant. They're not being... They're being unapologetic in how good they are.
Yeah. I mean, they beat Sweden 2-1.
That's a good.
And Sweden is a great team. They I can't remember if they played one more team or not. I can't remember, dang it. But I know that they played France tomorrow. France is the number 2 ranked team in the whole world. The United States is number 1.
Which is going to make it a good game.
It of course, it's number 1 against number 2. Technically, it's like the championship, but it's not.
Which they're probably going to meet in the championship.
Oh, the United States, they beat Spain. They beat Spain, and Spain was like number 4 or 5. So that's who else they. I mean, they're undefeated. They're on a hot streak. They beat France. They're going to be in a great position to move on and to definitely have a championship and win the World Cup.
And honorable mentions on this list, I'm going to say Messi is another big L on him. Not because of what he did. I just think that he has no help. And
what happened with Messi?
Bro, he's putting Argentina on his back with no help.
Is he scoring goals?
He's barely.
Wow.
I'm just saying, like, no, he's a one-man nation.
To be honest, he never shows up on the Copa America. He's known to never show up. He literally shows up. That's it.
Like he
doesn't care about it. He only cares about Barcelona. He cares about the Europe League, and he cares about the FIFA World Cup.
I mean, he's such a great player,
which sucks because you want to rep for your country. You know?
Yeah, but honestly, it's Argentina and Messi. At least Messi. He's such a great player. Probably.
He's one of the greatest
top 5 of all time.
Top 10.
Okay, whatever. My point is, at the end of the day, it's a team, and his position, he can't play goalie and scoring. So it's a lot of it is on the team, and he's putting them. He's right here, but it's a team effort. Oh, yes. I think he's a big L for sure. And I mean, we don't really break down soccer, but soccer's kind of big right now. So since football, American football, is not anywhere in the conversation right now. By the way, next episode we need to do a Dolphins update. We're about due.
So here's the deal: we will do a Dolphin update. I can technically do them now, but we're gonna wait for a whole week because here's the deal, guys. The NBA free agency kicks off this Sunday at 5 p.m. So I need everybody to download ESPN. I need everybody to download NBA on the application on their phone because your phone is about to be lit on the weekend.
It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be. I'm talking even the whole week. So next week, once when all the questions are out there right now about the teams, you know, who's going to go where, what's going to go what's going to happen, everything we will have an answer for you next Tuesday.
We will have everything for you guys, along with NFL breakdowns, looking ahead at the season since we're inching closer to
3 months.
Dude, that's going to be like that.
Well, no less than 3 months. We're in July already.
Yeah,
July,
freaking September. It's the first game of the season.
Wow.
Yeah?
Wow, we're like 60 days out.
Dude,
unbelievable.
Dude, ridiculous. Less than 8 weeks, 9 weeks.
Oh, I'm excited. I got really excited.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be...
My wife is going to hate me again. She hates me during football season.
I know she does. But somehow you converted her to some sort of Dolphin fan.
Some sort. That's right.
Some sort. I said some sort.
That's right.
My wife is still holding out. So...
Well, guys, that's going to be the wrap-up session for this segment.
Sorry if we creeped you out with some of these stories. We're trying to make light of it, but let's be real. Some of this is just a little intrusive.